A detransition teen is suing Kaiser Permanente Hospital because doctors removed her breasts during her transgender procedure. Layla Jane is an 18-year-old woman who began to identify as transgender at age 11. Jane, at the time, wanted to transition to a male. Initially, doctors at Kaiser denied her any transition hormones, saying she could take them after turning 16. However, doctors changed their minds, approved her request, and performed a double mastectomy when she was 13. Jane wrote on Twitter, "Mind-boggling to me that a doctor signed off on a double mastectomy for me before I took a sex ed course. I barely started 8th grade, I was 13. In the letter of intent to sue, her attorneys at Limandry and Jana LLP accused the doctors of approving the breast removal surgery, without performing an adequate evaluation and treatment of Layla's extensive mental health comorbidities. These doctors also pushed Layla and her parents down this transition path, engaging in intentional, malicious, and oppressive concealment of important information and false representations," the letter states. In a statement to Daily Mail, Kaiser said that its doctors practice compassionate, evidence-based medicine founded on sound research and best medical practices. When adolescent patients, with parental support, seek gender-affirming care, the patient's care team carefully evaluates their treatment options, Kaiser spokesman Mark Brown said. The care decisions always rest with the patient and their parents, and, in every case, we respect the patients and their families' informed decisions about their personal health. Chloe Cole, 18, is another young woman who detransitioned and filed a lawsuit against the hospital giant. She was prescribed puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones and had her breasts removed when she was 15. She says she deeply regrets getting the procedures done. "My parents were sold a lie just like I was." Takeaways: listen up, children. Jane is now suffering from permanent irreversible mutilation. Instead of believing lies about yourself, accept who God made you to be and live by truth. Detransitioned is another word for waking up, like the prodigal son did, Luke 15 verse 17. Even better, don't transition at all. Both Layla and Chloe's parents approved, signed consent forms, this procedure and helped pay for it. If your parents are that deceived, look for other mature people and learn from them. Better yet, turn to the Lord who says, "When thy father and mother forsake you, I the Lord will take you up." Psalm 27 verse 10. It is not loving to disrupt a child's natural, healthy development or to encourage them to do so. Our sex is innate and cannot be changed. It's all about the money with these hospitals. Like abortion, surgeries are lucrative and keep the cash flowing. The SDA Church is sitting on its thumbs, so far, on this important issue. Instead of blathering on about global warming and climate change, how about taking a strong stand against this kind of mutilation and the LGBTQ+ lies that promote it? We had really better get out ahead of this issue. Be bold, be swift, and be biblical. Millions will respect us for such clarity and courage. Last summer, California passed a bill, Senate Bill 107, introduced by state Democrat Scott Wiener, that would make the state a sanctuary for gender surgeries. The bill significantly undermines parental rights. Gavin Newsom, ID, Ogre, signed the bill into law September 29, 2022. But when he came to himself, he said, "How many of my father's hired servants have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you." Luke 15 verse 17.